Welcome to News Today. The headline news. The ex-Attorney General of Federation, Malami, SAN, explains the sources of his wealth on alleged money laundering charge against him. The news in full. Mr. Abubakar Malami, SAN, the former, the immediate past Attorney General of the Federation, AGF, explained the source of his wealth to the Federal High Court in Abuja on money laundering charge against him. Abubakar SAN is pleading that the court releases to him his 3 out of 57 seized properties. The such properties were said to have allegedly traced to him by the Economic and Financial Crime Commission (EFCC). The former AGF claimed that he inherited one of the assets from his late father, and the others were acquired before he became the AGF. Mr. Malami, SAN, identified the 3 properties: plot 157, Lamido Crescent, Nasarawa, GRA, Kano, which he claimed he purchased in July 31st, 2019. They are a bedroom duplex and boys' quarters at number 2, Yalinga Street of Adetokumbo, Ademola Crescent, Wuse 1, Abuja. He said it was purchased in October 2018 at 150 million naira, and the ADC Kadi Malami Foundation building was also purchased at 56 million naira. However, the FCC had listed the property as number 9 and number 18 and 48 in the schedule of property it attached to the interim forfeiture order of secured from the court. The former AGF had filed through his legal team led by Mr. Joseph Daudu, SAN, which sought 2 prayers, quote, another of this honorable court vacating, setting aside order discharging the interim order or orders of this honorable court made on the 6th of January 2026 against the respondent or the respondent/applicant Malami's properties listed as number 9, number 18, and number 48 in the schedule of properties attached to the interim order of forfeiture of 6th January 2026. The said properties haven't been duly declared in the respondent and applicant /applicant assets declaration forms throughout his defense or his tenure as a public office, and number 48 is held in trust for the estate of late Kadi Malami Nasarawa. End of quote. More also, quote, an order of this honorable court retaining the applicant's respondent, EFCC, which responded this time, the EFCC is the respondent, acting by itself or through its servants, agents, and proxies from interfering with the respondent or applicants, that's Malami at this time, properties in issue or or destroying or distorting the respondent's or applicant's own relationship, possesses, and control thereof in the course of purportedly giving effect to the order of this Honorable Court made on the 6th of January 2026. End of quote. Mr. Malami, SAN, told the court that the property were approximately mentioned in the various asset declaration forms that he filed and submitted before the Code of Conduct Bureau CCB, but the EFCC failed to adduce any prima facie evidence to establish that they were acquired through proceeds of crime. Mr. Abubakar SAN said that a particular property listed as number 48 was held in trust for the benefit of the estate of his late father, late Kadi Malami. End of quote. Quote again. These assets, their value, and their root of title have been declared, have been clearly stated, and specifically demonstrated in the various asset declaration forms spanning from 2019 to 2023. End of quote. Quote again. The declaration above is prima facie evidence of the legitimacy of the acquisition and ownership of the property. End of quote. As for the source of income, Mr. Abubakar SAN told the court that he had in the past disclosed to the CCB that his earning consists of 374,630,900 million in income from salaries, estates, severance allowances, and others. Quote again. Sitting allowance as a board/committee member of the Federal Judicial Services Commission, Federal Capital Territory Judicial Service Commission, Legal Practitioner Privileges Committee, and a high-powered presidential committee. End of quote. Quote again. About 574,073,000 as income generated through disposed assets. End of quote. Quote again. 10 billion and 17 million and 10 billion and 17,382,684 turnover from businesses. Quote again. 2 billion 522 million and 2 billion 522 million being loaned to businesses. That's the loan to businesses. The loan to businesses. Now, quote again. About 958 million as a traditional gift from personal friends. End of quote. The former AGF further told the court that the total sum of 509,880,000 was realized as income from the launch and public presentation of his book titled, quote, Contemporary Issues on Nigeria Law and Practice. Turning terrain in traversing the Nigeria justice sector. My Travail and Triumph. That's the title of the book. End of quote. Mr. Malami, SAN, further said, quote, these streams of income and the continuing profits generated from the businesses over the years sufficiently show that the properties sought to be forfeited were acquired through legitimate and lawful means, as stated in the asset declaration forms. End of quote. Mr. Malami, SAN, said, accused EFCC of forming a forfeiture order against him through the suppression of the material facts, maintained that the court moved against him over property that, quote, were lawfully acquired post appointment of the respondents and applicants and declare with the Code of Conduct Bureau as legitimate assets of the respondents and applicants in compliance with the 5th schedule to the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria in 2020, in 2019, and 2023. End of quote. Mr. Abubakar SAN further argued that the interim forfeiture order was obtained by, quote, manifest exaggeration, malicious inflation of value of assets, and unreasonable and incompetent valuation deliberately manipulated to mislead the court, negatively affecting its discretion in granting an order based on manipulated facts and conclusions deliberately cooked up by the applicants and respondents, that is the EFCC. End of quote. Quote again, that there is no prima facie evidence before this honorable court by the applicants and respondent EFCC to warrant the property linked to the respondent and applicant Malami to be liable for forfeiture to the federal government of Nigeria. End of quote. Quote again, the property, the proper remedy for preventing conflict outcome, duplicative legitimation is for this honorable court to dismiss or strike out this suit. End of quote. Quote again, that this proceeding is an assault on the applicant and on the applicant's fundamental rights to property, his presumptions of income, and his right to life in peace with his family. Abubakar Malami, SAN, concluded. Salih Emmanuel, reporting from my channel.